Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Well, welcome back to the Fake Podcast, everyone. We're so glad to have you here and so glad to be with you today, Janet.
Fun to be here, Kelly, as usual.
So what are we going to talk about today? Do we have an agenda? Do we have a plan? I'll throw it over to you.
Okay. Well, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about Tribute Singalongs.
Well, and who doesn't?
Yeah.
So what's your point?
Okay.
Yeah.
My point is, let's think about when a tribute sing-along would be very advantageous for someone. That's a big word, advantageous. 4 syllables. I love syllables.
In one of our podcasts, we use the word amazing about 20 times.
Yes,
So I'm thinking, I don't know if I can fit advantageous, well, that's 2 times in this podcast, but we'll see how it goes.
We'll try not to use it again.
I see, I'm thinking about the Tribute Singalongs and what is this going to do for me? So, say for instance, I have this Aunt Helen who lives in Whitehorse and she's retiring this year. She was a school teacher.
Nice.
And a very honorable profession.
Very honorable, yes.
Advantageous to many people in
many
society.
Students, yes.
Many
yes.
people. And I'm thinking, okay, well, we're not all going to be able to converge in the Whitehorse. What could we do to have a little celebration, a little something special for her? And then I was like, I know what would be advantageous. A tribute sing-along.
Yes.
So I'm sitting here thinking, well, that would be great, but how are we going to do that?
I'm really glad you remembered the microphone for the fake podcast. Oops, we forgot the cord.
Well, the good news is, look,
Perfect.
ta-da.
Perfect.
So tell me, like, this is just what I'm thinking. What I want to do this for her. Now what do I do?
Well, here's the thing. Sometimes you need a gift for someone, a special gift, something a little bit different, and maybe you're scattered all over the country, or even the continent or the world.
I have a cousin that lives in the UK.
Okay.
She's not coming to Whitehorse.
No. Great example.
Yeah.
So you all get together and come up with a few pictures of old Aunt. What was her name again? Alice? I think so.
Sure.
Lots of A's.
Was it Alice or Helen?
Maybe it was Helen.
You know what her middle name is, Helen.
Thank you. Okay.
It makes no difference.
Yeah. The old bag.
You sure?
Yeah.
Sure.
Anyway, and so we need to get her a gift. And so we all say, you know what? I don't want to spend a ton of money, but let's all chip in $20 because there are 10 of us that want to
And
contribute.
like, I know for a fact I could scrape $20 out of my sofa cushions right now. If I needed to.
You could.
I could do it.
That's right. And so then we just have to go to the form and fill out a few details.
Whoa. The form?
TributeSingalongs.com.
Where's the form?
It's on the website.
So I go to the World Wide Interweb.
You go to the World Wide Internet, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Google it up.
And that would be something that would be considered advantageous.
Yes.
Being able to just
Are you going to share those 3 words?
Google it up. No, not yet. Well,
Okay. That comes later?
That'll be a surprise for the end of the show.
Okay.
Okay, so carry on.
Okay. And so then you write down the details about Aunt Alice. For example, she loves the color yellow. She loves to play bridge. She's a golfer.
Yeah. So sort of like her obituary, but more fun.
Exactly. Her pre-obituary. Yeah.
It
could be used for a memorial service later on too, though. Just thinking ahead. But anyway.
So then that way the gift would only cost us $10.
It would be
$10
goes on forever.
$10, and a birthday.
Her birthday.
So now that's $6.75 a piece.
Exactly.
Yeah, so really,
it's done.
The more uses, the lower the price point.
That's right.
Okay.
So anyway, you give the pictures and the details. You choose a tune that you think Aunt Alice Helen would like, and then
She absolutely loves When the Saints Go Marching In.
Oh, perfect. because that's a song that's available.
Done.
Excellent.
Done.
If a song isn't available, you can also choose a custom song,
Okay.
and it will be recorded by yours truly. But it may take a little bit longer, but that's okay.
Right, but it's not going to take weeks and weeks and weeks.
No, not at all.
I mean, we're just, in that case, we're not going to say to you, listen, we want this by 6 p.m.
No.
Maybe by 6 p.m. tomorrow, but just maybe not today. Expedited service.
Exactly.
Okay, good.
And because the great part of this is that the Tribute Singalong is delivered digitally. So you don't have to mail it to Auntie in Whitehorse. One person will receive it and they can share it with whomever they like. And then you say to Aunt, hey, let's do a share, let's do a Zoom call.
Right.
And let's all be online when you open up this
But she's
digital
not,
file.
she has no idea what's coming.
No, she doesn't know.
She thinks, oh yeah, so it could be with the rallies on the Zoom.
Exactly.
And she's thinking that's it.
Yeah, so she's going to open up this file, and then everyone's going to be in Winnipeg, Dubai.
Sure. And so I'm singing. She'll be able to see me singing. We're all singing the song
as she plays it and listens to the music.
I love it.
Yes, yes.
And at what point does she start crying and sobbing because
Pretty-
she's so happy?
Pretty soon.
Pretty
yes.
soon into it.
And then once she does it initially, she can take that song to church. She can take it back to school
Share
and
with
ask
the
the
group.
kids in her classroom to sing it for her. She can sing it to herself.
So this,
She can't
the
sing it at her funeral,
advantages,
though. I'm just
the
saying.
advantages of it are, it's not a one-hit wonder.
No. No.
This is the gift that goes on giving.
That's right. That's right.
And do I, so really all I have to know is get me onto the website, which is,
TributeSingalongs.com.
and am I going to be confused?
It's pretty straightforward, I would say.
And if I am confused, what should I do?
Email me.
You're going to help us through it. You're not going to leave us in the lurch.
No, and there usually is back and forth a little bit because, I do revisions. I send the first draft and say,
Right.
what do you think? And sometimes
Right.
people say, well, actually, can you add this picture? Or maybe take that picture out. She never liked pictures of herself golfing or
Sure,
whatever.
or we slid that one in there and she's eating a sandwich and she'll kill us.
Exactly.
Yeah. So somebody,
that's not a problem.
or my sister-in-law has said, wait a minute, you can't use that picture because that's our cousin's ex-husband and he's out of it.
He's gone.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
so there's always, you're not going to leave us just dangling going, oh well great,
No.
now we've purchased this thing and we can't.
I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So I'm happy.
Shocking.
When they're happy, I'll be happy.
Then you'll be happy.
Yes.
Oh, honestly. And now what if, how are we going to know the words? What? So
well, okay, so
walk us through that again.
the words, right. Well,
Okay.
there are two ways. First
Okay.
of all, there'll be a video playing with the words, and as the word appears, there's the color changes, just like a karaoke
Like
video.
kind of like the bouncing ball that we
Yes.
used to do when we were kids.
Yes, so you know that it's Owen Kelly.
Yeah, and like the 15-year-old niece who has never heard of When the Saints Go Marching In,
Right.
right? It doesn't matter because it's all self-explanatory.
That's right. And the other thing you can do as part of what you receive
Yeah.
is a PDF with the words on a piece of paper with a picture of the special person or event. So if you like, you can print that out.
So you just beat me. Who's asking the questions here?
Sorry.
You just beat,
Sorry.
you just. Oh, let's just straighten that out a little bit.
Okay. There we go.
You just beat me to the next question. Is
Okay.
that's because we're used to that, right? Like when we went to camp or church or different parties, songbooks were opened up.
Correct.
So you're leaving out, like, no, let me put that back together. You've got all the old school situations
Yes.
covered,
Yes.
and you've got all the newfangled-ness covered.
That's right. Because
So-
you could have the PDF,
Yeah.
which everyone knows is picture an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. It can be on your phone, so you could be listening on your phone
Right.
or reading on your phone.
Right.
or you could print it, and maybe old grandma, or not even
No,
old grandma, just
I've got it.
yeah.
Because you did just the most delightful one for me for my birthday.
Yes.
And the PDF is so cute. The sheet is so cute. You could have little messages of your guests written on it. Like if it was in
Yes.
person, like we did in our yearbooks, like, hey,
Yes.
Kelly. And then you could put that in with your cards or your treasures that you
Yes.
like to keep, as it's a memento.
Yes. Yes.
Because as much as
That's a good
everything,
idea.
as much as everything goes into our phones, we all like to have our little
Pieces of paper.
things,
And
things to look at.
You could
and
take a
collage
picture of it and send it to someone
Yes,
too.
yes. Oh my gosh. So, okay, let's go over it. Not just retirement.
Oh no, retirement, birthdays. It's also something to think about when you think, old. I shouldn't use the word old all the time.
Simmer down with the word old.
I know it's rude. Someone has
More experienced in life.
more experienced people.
Not
Someone
to
you
name
know-
any names.
Not to name any
Yeah.
names. Has a birthday in 6 days,
Yes.
and they live in
Yeah.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Which is very far away. There's no way we can
Well,
mail them a
unless you
gift
live in Wales.
unless you live.
So because you could be in Wales and be ordering this.
Yes,
Like,
you could. You
like
could order.
don't leave. We have to think about that. Like, we're not just. This isn't just for folks living in Winnipeg and Charleswood, and like that's what the worldwide interweb has done, right?
That's right.
It's global.
That's true.
Sure, okay.
That's very
So
true. So
carry
you
on.
could be in Ireland
Yeah.
with an aunt in Winnipeg
With an aunt in
or
Winnipeg.
Calgary or
Sure.
Vancouver,
Sure.
and
my-
you've
you're like,
maybe
oh my
you've
gosh,
left
what are
it
we
a
gonna
little
do?
late. Yeah, it happens
As we do.
As we do.
Mm-hmm.
And so this way, the gift will get to them within 6 days. That's my promise,
Mm-hmm.
unless I have to record the music. That might take a little longer.
Uh-huh. But you do offer expedited service.
Maybe not.
Well, to me, 6 days is expedited.
Yes.
Like
And maybe I could do it in 6 days. It depends on.
you would have a better grasp of whether or not you could do it if you got it. And again, you're totally open to communication,
I would.
and
let
you
the-
might
I
be
would-
able
I
to
would
do it.
let
So,
the people know.
so never say never.
No, never say never.
Never say
Good
never.
point.
Okay.
So this, you can get the gift to wherever you want to send it, probably within 6 days.
Okay.
Maybe sooner too.
Well, yeah, maybe sooner, but let's go for a week.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. So that is a definite.
Oh.
It's not advantageous, but it's an advantage, which is a real
Well,
word
I think
of
isn't.
advantageous.
I was going to say, having been an educator, advantageous and advantages, are they not in the same linked in the same word family?
An advantage is a noun. Advantageous is an adjective. But they're similar.
So advantageous is the action of advantage.
Advantageous describes a noun. It's an adjective.
So clearly now the topic is set for the next podcast. That's all I have to say.
I like to talk about apostrophes too.
Oh,
But maybe
well, listen,
that's
my
another
last
time.
my last name is Lewis with an S on the end of it.
Yes.
And there are not enough hours in this podcast to talk about the appropriateness of ness.
I think you mean
ness.
appropriatenosity. Appropriateosity is the word you're looking for.
Of where to put the apostrophe and or / the S and
There's
or.
only 2 times you use the apostrophe. In a contraction
Oh.
and for possessives. Write that down.
Please feel free to rewind the tape if you have missed that portion of the.
It's very important. Apostrophes are important.
Yes.
But maybe we should close off there.
Yeah, because the viewers, like they're clamoring at the bit for information about Tribute Singalongs.
Yes.
And so we do not want to go down a whole tangent of topics and activities that clearly we have expertise in,
Yes.
but we want the viewers, we want it to be a little more wholesome and down to earth.
Yes.
And we don't want to scare them.
We don't want to scare them,
No.
but they can know that any apostrophes in their tribute sing-along will be correctly used. Formatted.
Well, I never thought of it that way. So not only is it musically accurate, it's phonetically and grammatically to perfection.
That's the goal.
That's the triple star of
Yes.
the whole music sing-alongs.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Is there anything else you wanted to add today in this?
I think that's a lot. I think that's quite fulsome.
Can you use the word advantageous in a sentence just in one more time?
Oh, one more time.
Yeah, in
Okay.
closing.
Well, I think it has been advantageous for our viewers to
Yes.
listen to us talk about all these interesting topics today.
Well, think about it. I mean, they were sitting at home doing not too much because it's and it's kind of wintry here, and they were thinking, well, what could I be learning? What could be absorbing into me?
Mm-hmm.
And what could I be doing for Aunt Helen? Because her birthday's January 28th.
That's right.
Like all of those things, which would make viewing this fake podcast advantageous.
Exactly.